In this video, you will learn about clustering algorithm in PySpark. Clustering is the task of dividing the data points into a number of groups such that data points in the same groups are similar to each other within groups and dissimilar between groups. Let's import Spark session from PySpark.sql import Spark session. I'll create a class Spark session and save in the object Spark. I will write Spark session dot builder dot get or create, and this will create a Spark session for us. I'm going to read a CSV file and save in a variable df. I will call this class spark.read.csv. Inside this I will pass my CSV file name iris.csv. I'll pass two parameters. My first parameter is info schema and this is going to be true. This will give us the column types. The second parameter is header and this is also going to be true. This will give us the column names. Let's execute our code. To look at the data frame, we will use the method show. I will write df.show. And here in the output, you can see we have columns such as sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width, and species. This is our data frame, and we are going to apply the clustering algorithm on these columns: sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. And we are trying to cluster these species into different clusters, and we will see how the clustering is performed on this variable species. Let's explore our data set. We will look at other attributes. Let's look how many rows are there. I will write df.count, and there are total 150 rows in our data set. Let us also look at the columns. I will write length of df.columns. There are total 5 columns in our data frame. Let's look at the data types. I will write df.print schema, and here in the output we got the data types. We have sepal length of type double, sepal width double, petal length double, petal width double, and species is a string type. Let us also look at the descriptive statistics. I will write df.describe.show, and here in the output we got the descriptive statistics. We got count, mean, standard deviation, minimum, and maximum, and we got all these values for the numerical columns. We do not get for the string columns, so we got the output for all these numerical columns such as sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width. Next we can also look at the head, that is top some rows. Let us say we want to see top 5 rows. I will write df.head and 5, and here you will see we got 5 rows here. Then these are the top 5 rows, and they are known as row here 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now let us see how many distinct species are there in this column species. We will apply the group by method. I will write df.group by, and I will apply this on the variable species, and I want to get the count of each category dot show. So here I am applying this group by on the variable species, and I want to get the count of all the categories. That is why I am calling this count function. And here you will see in the output we got categories here. So we have total 3 categories: Virginica, Versicolor, and Setosa, and in each category we are having 50 samples. We are going to apply the clustering algorithms in this data frame, and we will see how it is clustering or dividing the species, and let us see how it will work. And you can apply this group by on any other columns as well, but since species we wanted to see how many categories are there, so we applied it here. Let's say you want to apply it on some different columns. You will just copy this line of code from here, paste it here, and instead of this, let's say I will write this column name, and here you will see in the output I got the group by for this column sepal length, and there are total 6 values for this 5.4 and so on. Now First, we will create a vector assembler to perform the k-means clustering, and we will prepare our data set. Let's import the vector and vector assembler from linear algebra. I will write from pyspark.ml.linear algebra import vector. Then I will import from pyspark.ml.linear algebra import vector assembler. This is from not linear algebra, this is from features, I'm sorry. From features import vector assembler. And now let's print the column names. I will write df.columns. This will help me to copy paste column from here. Now I'm going to make one variable input underscore columns, and this is going to be a list, and in this list we will pass all the columns, all the numerical columns, not the species columns. I will copy this code from here, the column names from here, and paste it here. Let's execute the code. We have the input column names. Now I will create a vector assembler. I'll make one variable vec underscore assembler. I will call this class vector assembler. Inside this, my first parameter will be input columns, and in input columns I will pass this input column because it has all the column names here. I'll pass this here, input underscore columns. My second parameter will be output column, and this will give us one new column for all these columns, and that column will be known as features, and that will be our output columns. Let us execute our code. And we have done this vector assembler on this input column. Now we need to transform it on the data frame to get the results. I will make one new variable final underscore data. Then I will call this vector assembler dot transform, and I'm going to transform it on the data frame df. Let's execute. Now let's look at the vector assembler. I will write final underscore data dot show. And here in the output you can see we got a new column here, features. So we have passed this input column, the list of input columns, and the output column was features. We got the output column here, that is features, and this is our feature column. Now we are going to import the k-means clustering from this PySpark. I will write from pyspark.ml.clustering import k-means. Let us also import clustering evaluator. I will write from pyspark.ml.evaluation import clustering evaluator. Let us execute. Now I'm going to make one variable k-means. I will call the class k-means here, and then in this function k-means I will pass our parameters. The first parameter is input column, and the feature column is our first parameter, and our feature column name is features. We are going to provide this features column because it has all the values. So we have this raw columns here: sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. These are total 4 columns, and this has been converted into one new single column, and that column is known as features. And you will see that this is a list, and inside this list we have 4 values: 1, 2, 3, and 4. First one is for sepal length 5.1, second is 3.5 for sepal width, third is 1.4 for petal length, and the fourth one is 0.2 for the petal width. We are going to pass this features column. I will write features, and now we will determine how many clusters we want to create. And since here you will see in our species column there are 3 categories, so we are going to create 3 clusters, and we will see how it is performing. I will write here k is equal to 3 because we want to create 3 clusters. You can put any number here, the number of clusters you want. Let us execute the code. Now I will create one new object model, and now I will fit this k-means. I will call this k-means, and I will fit this on this final data, and this is our final data. Here you will see this is our final data, and let us execute our code. Now we have fit this on this final underscore data. Now let us transform. This is the fitting is done, but we need to transform it to get the results. I will call model dot transform final data, and then I will do the group by, and I want to group by prediction. I will write here prediction dot count dot show, and before I print this, let me print the model here, and you will see here this model has this k-means model, the model ID name, and the number of k we are passing here is 3, that is we want 3 cluster. The distance matrix that is used in this clustering algorithm is Euclidean, and the number of features are 4, that is we have total 4 columns here. Now let me execute this code. So this will transform the cluster, this model on this final underscore data frame, and then it will get the prediction. So in prediction we have 3 numbers 1, 2 and 0 because there are 3 species, so we have 3 predictions here. And it says that for the prediction 1 there are total 39 species, for this prediction 2 there are 61 species, and for this prediction 0 there are 50 species. And you will see here we got 50s correctly, because in our each species class you will see here in each species there are total 50 samples, and for one of the cluster we got exactly 50 samples. That means this is the best cluster. It has found all the categories to be correct, and let us see that. I will write predictions dot so I will just save the result in a new variable predictions. I will write predictions is equal to model dot transform final underscore data, and I will call this predictions dot show. So here we have this column, new column prediction here, and it says that the first row and this first species is predicted in this cluster number 0, and 0 indicates that it has been predicted in the cluster number 0. This prediction column indicates that only, and we will do the predictions group by. I will write predictions dot group by, and we want to group by species. That is, here we will have the actual species, and then we want to see the predicted clusters. I will write prediction here, this is my next column, dot count dot show, and here in the output you will see that it can be seen here that the Setosa class, this one, is perfectly grouped into one cluster. We have all the samples for Setosa only, there are no other samples. 0 is equal to 50. All the 50 Setosas are in single group, that is the group number 0. Then the versicolor is also clustered in almost one group. You will see here this versicolor, we have 47 samples out of the 50. Only 3 samples are misclustered, they are put in different cluster. But if you see here, the accuracy is also good, because out of 50, 47 samples have been clustered into one single cluster. And we can verify also. So we will look here, we had done this group by here, and I'll just copy this code from here and paste it here. So you will see here in Setosa, in all clusters we have 50-50, that is all categories we have 50-50 samples, and Setosa, it has been clustered very well, all 50 samples got in one cluster. For this versicolor, it is very very accurate, up to you can say 95%, because 47 samples have been clustered into one cluster. But this Virginica, this is split into two different clusters, and they are in very different proportions. So this one is not clustered very good, but rest of the 2 categories, they have been clustered very well. And this is how the k-means clustering work in the PySpark. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like my video, you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.